All right, here we go.
How about that? Can everybody hear us? We are live.
Hope we do.
We're
Hope
live.
we do.
We're live.
Oh,
I don't know. Why do you keep doing that?
because I like it.
How are we doing? How about that? Can everybody hear us? Bop, bop, flick, flick, flick. Everybody hear us okay? We good?
I think we're good.
Oh,
think we're
right. I don't know. Why do you keep doing that?
Because I like it.
Are you playing us back?
I'm doing a playback. So.
You need to pause your mute your
I think we're good.
oh right your computer one. That's what you need to do.
I'm doing
All
a
right.
playback. Oh, I got you. There you go, I got you.
I hope you got me. Someone's got to get this worked
I hope
out.
so.
You know how it is. Welcome to the show, everybody.
There you go.
This is our 24th show introducing the 2024 season. I'm Corey Pratt.
I'm Chris Ruck.
And if you haven't realized, this is Craving Cars Live.
We hope we did.
Keep craving.
We hope they did. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have a small handful of things to kind of go over. It has been a minute since we've been on, so I want to say I hope everybody had happy holidays. We said have happy holidays in the last show, but hopefully they turned out happy. Ours was, there were holidays. We did nothing completely out of the ordinary aside of a cool event afterwards that we'll talk about in a second. But first, a hand from our sponsors.
There you go.
Well, it's not really a hand from our sponsors. Just thank you to our sponsors.
Give it all out.
Give it all out.
We are Warriors.
We are Warriors. And guess what? We're going to see Jason from We Are Warriors here
at World of Wheels.
Yes, we will. He said he's going to be there. So that's going to be awesome.
Yep.
We've got UnKCorked Wine and Spirits.
Dave.
I think he's going to come see us at World of Wheels too.
He is. He's probably going to show up. And just in case you don't know what we're doing at World of Wheels, but we're doing a full broadcast.
Yep, we'll get to that.
You want to get into it?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that.
Right.
World of Wheels is coming soon. So we got to talk about that here real quick. But RICHLINE Motorsports.
JD, Steve, thanks so much.
Timely delivery service.
Yep. Tim.
We got Tim on there. Yeah, thank
big
you so
guy.
much.
Yep, thanks.
They've been fantastic sponsors of the show.
Yep. Mod Squad, big thing.
They help make this happen. Mod Squad doesn't do nothing.
Really? Really?
Kids and cars.
There you go. Yeah.
All righty. And also to our best of supporters, besides you wonderful people watching right now, but we also our biggest, I'm sorry, they are our biggest supporters straight up is our spouses. So thank you so much.
That's
right. Honey, thank you. Love you.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
And here we are, as if we've never done this before, because it's been a while. It's been over a month.
At least a month.
It's been long enough for me to I carved this from scratch out of a single piece.
So just because all of our audience knows that they're used to seeing us weekly, right? We took a break throughout the winter.
Yeah, it's just winter.
Right?
We got a show month that we're just kind of making sure people are up to date what's going on and letting us know we haven't forgot about you guys out there. So
That's right. That's right.
So
and we're going to
that's all
get back into the weekly shows.
Absolutely. When the season truly kicks off, we will have a lot more to cover, so we'll have a lot more of that on there as well. Yes, this is a very nice shirt. Thank you very much. Someone said in the comments.
What, is somebody flirting?
I hope so. Usually I charge for that, but that's fine too. Should I put super chats on?
But it's been a while.
People can do a super chat.
Been a while.
Yeah, no, welcome. And yeah, the holidays were good. Christmas was Christmas. I got to spend some time with the kids and the wife.
Good.
New Year's, got to hang out a little bit with the Audi Club. We had a little
New Year's
party. I
did. You did the Christmas party, and I feel bad because
I take it back. Yes,
with my car being down, I don't feel like I'm obligated to go, and I feel bad not going. But
yeah, it was bad. It was bad for you not to go.
I know it wasn't exciting if I was there.
I took my Audi.
Yeah, did you? Called a Porsche?
No, it's called a Golf.
You took the Volkswagen.
It's an Audi.
You did, but you know what? We did something unique for you.
That's right.
Right?
I got something that was in. Well, no, I'm sorry. I said that we're all wrong for the blah 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 blah. Chris invited me to something that was really cool, something I've never experienced or been to.
Right, but you always wanted to.
I was always curious about it. I've always have been interested about it, and didn't know near as much about what they did or how they did or when they did, except for I know a guy sitting. Actually, to you guys, he's over there, but to me, he's over there. This guy right here, Chris. To kick it off, what did you invite me to?
So I invited you to our World War II reenactments, right? So you had a chance to come down to Southern Kentucky, right?
Western Kentucky.
Yeah, and getting inside a 1928 gym with a bunch of guys.
So the gym was definitely period correct.
Yeah, it was. It was a 1928
It was built
gym.
before World War II.
Yeah,
so.
That's right. I mean, it was probably older than any of us. But that was cool. But you came down. You had the opportunity to, one, shoot video, which loved everything you did. But then also, what did you think about it?
I thought it was interesting. So being a car-oriented kind of person, there's a lot of interesting things that came out of World War II when it came to technology of automobiles, whether it was tanks, whether it was planes, whether it was cars. I mean, the Jeep was developed through that war. My favorite off-road vehicle, one that I own still to this day, the last 24 years, is a Jeep, and I was excited enough to say, ooh, what's going to show for there? There's like 5 or 6 World War II Jeeps that were there.
Willies, versions of Willie, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't say they're always period correct, but or originals, but they're period correct.
One of them was all original, aside of the engine. Wasn't original to that vehicle, but it came out of another period corrected.
That's right.
Willys.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty cool. And the thing is, I'm not talking about, there wasn't a car show. They didn't just drag them off of a trailer and let them sit there and walk on. They were using them. They were off-roading in the woods and up and down hills and through creeks in these Jeeps.
Yeah.
And you look at it, it's like that's how they were doing it.
Yeah.
That's how they did it then. That's what got them through the war. It was one of the things that was the turning tides, not the only thing, but one thing in that war that gave us that mobility.
The transport, at least to bring...
To transport something. Yeah. I mean, to get through areas that was just way more time-consuming on foot.
Yep.
Or vehicles that they couldn't get through there, so they just didn't happen. And just ways to transport other weapons. They had mounted guns on them. One of them had a big 50 cal on it. One guy was standing in the back shooting a freaking grenade launcher out of the back.
Yeah.
Or no, he had a bazooka.
They do get kind of crazy.
He had a bazooka.
But there you go.
He took out. There was an armored, a light armored car there. Took the armored car out with the bazooka.
Yeah, but you had fun, right?
Mind you, when I say this, guys, I'm not saying he's shooting a live bazooka and exploding. And
I mean, everything's blank, right?
Yeah,
it's
and
blank.
Everybody's shooting the guns, and they're the real guns going off.
Yeah.
The real World War II guns being used. It was amazing.
And you had a chance to get a hold of a MP40.
Yeah.
That values at $15,000.
15 grand.
Right. Which is pretty crazy. I mean,
one gun.
Yeah. For one gun. Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
One gun.
I'm glad you came because I'm glad you had a great time.
I got a ride in one of the Jeeps during the reenactment.
Yep.
As obviously film.
That video's coming up.
Film crew guy.
Yep.
You know, and I would have done more with them, but at the same time, it was my first time there. I didn't know what I was allowed to do and not do.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to not be in the middle of it, but I wanted to be in the middle of it. And it was
Right.
And the one guy's like, I would have had you ride a little sooner, because then they went around and started taking out soldiers, and they took out the cars, and it was pretty cool. And just seeing the Jeeps and stuff, and they ran, they worked, it was good.
Yeah, it was a good weekend.
There was a BMW motorcycle there too.
And then we did the USO show, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, that was something else.
Which traditionally you would see happening going on within that world, right? Because they're not doing like you're bringing over the Andrews sisters or anything like that, right? So it is how do you make it exciting amongst the men? That's kind of it.
It was pretty comedic.
There you go.
It was. Well, I mean, obviously there wasn't any real bands and musicians and stuff, so they were kind of lipping the song while people were acting like they were playing musical instruments and dressing up in weird, funny ways.
There you go.
And it was entertaining. It was.
But that
fun.
was one event that we did,
and they cooked all the food. At the little mess at the place.
Yeah.
One of them was food that was actually out on the field.
Yep.
And they ate like they would have to eat. They used the utensils and they used the things that they would be using in World War II. And I was sitting there with none of that.
No, I had to bring you plates and silverware. And,
yeah, something.
but that was later.
I don't get paper plates.
But speaking of events, right?
Yep.
And we'll post the World War II stuff here pretty soon.
Yeah, I think it was fun. Chris is dealing with all that. I shot some video. Hopefully, he says it turned out good. We'll see.
Yeah. No, it really did. So let's talk about our events 2024, right? The newest one is going to be World of Wheels.
World of Wheels has, for the most part, always been Craving Cars' kickoff event of the year.
Yep.
The difference is it's usually about a month later than it is this year. So it's coming up real quick. Not this weekend, but it's next week. Well, if you're not watching this right now, it's the first weekend of February.
Yeah, so we only have 8 days to get ready,
and
really.
Fourth, yeah. Isn't that Groundhog's Day? Isn't that first weekend? Is that Groundhog's Day?
Could be.
Are we going to get early spring this year? We got enough cold. We're done with the winter, right?
I doubt it.
But yeah, World of Wheels, huge show. There has been a video produced about every year for the last probably 4 or 5 years from World of Wheels with Craving Cars being there. Check out the last one. It was the first year we had Serenity there. Let me rephrase that. Serenity was technically, our media event was technically at the one in 2021, but it didn't stay in the show. It was at the show. It just didn't stay at the show. But it had its own place at the show last year. It even brought a plaque home. I was like, I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, we did a good job there.
That was the first live show that we did. Was out of that van. It wasn't really one. It wasn't one of our podcast episodes, but it was a live, our first live on location. One that we shot, and we're back this year.
Invited back.
We will be we'll be shooting throughout the weekend. We'll have a little bit more fuller. We'll have a video to kind of edited video to post, but we'll be going live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday more likely.
That's right. We have a whole booth area.
Not to mention,
we're going to do like we're doing here.
Yeah,
we're just going to stream live.
We're not mixed in with a bunch of cars with a regular spot. We have our own 20 by 20 booth spot area.
Right. Yeah, it's exciting.
We'll be
exciting.
We'll be the one with the big banner on the van that says Craving Cars.
So, what
Like
does
that.
it cost to enter World of Wheels?
For just a single car, $50.
Yeah, I think that's it, right?
Here's the deal. Here's how good of a deal World of Wheels can be for you. So if you want to go in and let's say you want a weekend, you get a weekend pass or some shit, or you want to get to the show.
Yeah.
You spend like $20, $30 or something like that for a pass. It's $50 to put your car in the show, and they give you 2 passes with that.
Right.
So it's basically like you buy 2 passes and you get your car in for free.
But realizing once you park your car, it has to stay.
Yeah, you load in like the day or two before World of Wheels. You have so much time to get started. It cannot leave that spot until the show is over on Sunday.
That's right. So over 2 or 3 days, depending on when you
be willing to
load
leave
it,
your vehicle there.
Your car's stuck.
Yeah.
So
if it's your only car, maybe it's not the show for you to enter your car. But last year was a record holding show for the Kansas City location. It was over 800 cars.
Yeah,
it was packed in there with cars.
Yeah,
it really was. So the fact that they gave us a 20 by 20 for us was very, very cool. Yeah. And I'm really excited. We'll have our own thing. We'll be doing interviews at our van. We'll be walking around. So this is the thing. Now, Chris and I haven't fully discussed everything on every live show, but we will have them scheduled. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel on YouTube, this wonderful channel of Craving Cars. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook because we'll be posting throughout the weekend, of course, on that.
Yeah.
But you'll be picking up our we'll have scheduled live broadcasts. So that way you know what time they are coming up on.
Because what we've talked about and what we designed was a live production studio, right? In other words, somebody can come up and talk to us, and we go live, right? That kind of a deal.
Yeah, but just to keep people more informed on when we're doing it, we'll schedule those particular times. So and if that's the case, maybe we'll have to see how it goes at World of Wheels. We'll schedule people to be up there together. And then that way, if you're at World of Wheels, come see us during the live event. We'll put you on the video. And if you're not at World of Wheels, just tune in when we're live, and you can watch the video.
That's right.
That's or something like that.
Yeah.
It's my favorite indoor show. It's the biggest indoor show that Craving Cars has done anyway.
Yeah, and we're honored to be allowed to do what we're doing. So,
thank you.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
And anybody buying a ticket, let them know at the ticket booth that Craving Cars sent you, and they'll be like, "Okay, congratulations! Here, it's going to be $85."
Yeah,
there's no discount.
Or do that. Do it that way.
I don't know how much it is actually to buy just a straight ticket. I've always had my car.
All right, next 2024, our goals.
Yeah, we've got
a lot.
We got probably
too much.
Don't say that.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Overbook. That way, because something's going to fall through,
there
right?
You go. Right.
We do got a lot of things planned to attend this year, way more than we're going to discuss in this, but we just give you kind of a beginner's roadmap.
Yep.
You could say. Yes, World of Wheels typically would be kind of more the beginning of March. Shows start kicking off in March a little bit. We start having more. Now, with World of Wheels being in February, we're probably not going to have another car event again until March sometime.
Correct.
But we'll be back here after that.
That's right.
At some point in February.
Yep.
And
we'll let you know everything going on.
And then we'll have on the next events that's coming up that point
That's
too.
correct. Yep.
But just to give you guys an idea of what Craving Cars is going to be up to and heading to right now, we're going to become a couple smaller little events. There's a big kickoff one that goes on in April. What's it called? Street something?
Street something about cars.
SCT? What is that?
I don't know. It's like
Streetcar
with over.
Streetcar Takeover.
They already know.
Baby.
Streetcar Takeover. There you go.
Big kickoff event, and the very first time it is going to be held at this brand new place of I-70 Speedway. Obviously, I-70 isn't necessarily brand new, but
those are going to be good partners.
The Flying H drag strip is new.
Yep.
And this is going to be a kickoff party where they're going to have racing too. Not all of them do.
Yeah, but let's step it back a little bit. Everything that the Flying H drag strip, I-70 Speedway, right? Everything they've done over this last year to organize Streetcar Takeover, IFO, everybody wants to be there, and we're going to be there.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
No, yes. Matter of fact, they actually wanted us there.
We'll be there.
You know, they apparently liked what we did on their little
Yep.
party last year.
Yep.
And we will be not just at Streetcar Takeover when it comes to the I-70 Speedway. We will be at multiple events throughout the year. I'm not going to tell you which ones at this moment because I'm going to be honest, we're still trying to get that schedule down.
That's right.
So we're not 100%.
There's a lot.
But we do know we're at Streetcar Takeover.
There you go.
That's the first big event that they're having anyways.
Yep.
And as it goes to like in May-ish area, something that Chris, you haven't been to yet.
I haven't.
You know, for some reason
you put it on our schedule. I'm like, I've never been there.
I take you to so many of your first events. I don't understand.
I know.
It's like when we go to something, it's either you're new or I'm new at it.
Yeah, and mostly I'm new.
It's not usually, and then once in a while, we're both new.
Yeah, true.
Like we did Slammedenuff last year. It was the first time we've ever been to one.
First time ever for you and me.
And they want
amazing.
And they want us back this year.
Yep, amazing.
So we have Slammedenuff, another spring event to coming up.
Yep.
But the first for Chris, Magic Dragon Street Meet.
Yeah.
That is at the Bagnell Dam in the Ozarks area.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a a half a mile stretch of the dam area that's closed off Friday and Saturday. It is just a show. I think they limited it to 800 cars this year. Used to be more, but the firemen said that they're having a little bit too much of a hard time if there was an emergency.
Yeah.
So they had to lessen the cars up a little bit.
Yep.
But they're parked up and down the streets, through the middle. There's a parking area in the middle, all the little parking spots. All the shops are open. All the food places are open. Picture a big, just block party.
Sure.
Of 800 cars.
On a dam.
And that they kind of cruise around a little bit. Yeah. And we're kind of on the dam area right there.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
That sounds great.
And they do a little small car show on the side.
And then there's cars.
Some people just want to be there for the cruise part because that's kind of what started. It was a cruise thing. And some want to be there and do the little judge part too. So it just depends on what you wanted to do. They only do the judging part on one of the days.
Yeah.
It used to be kind of a whole 3-day thing. I will post some links to some videos for you guys to watch. Make sure you're educated enough. But I did a video for each day I was there last time I was at Magic Dragon, which was a few years ago. Because the last couple years I haven't been due to scheduling conflicts. So we were with someone else. But Magic Dragon this year, we got Streetcar Takeover, we got Slammedenuff, and even on the Rigs and Roast side, because we haven't forgot about you guys in the 4-wheel drive vehicles.
That's right.
We've got a lot of things that we have planned for Rigs and Roast. We want it to be bigger and better this year. Yes, we'll still have those few little get together, little meets,
pop-ups,
little hangout things, but we want to do more. Not necessarily here. We'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, overnight camping.
Possibly some overnight camp. Or you can even join us for the event. If you don't want to stay for the overnight, you don't stay for the overnight. But either way, we'll have more of an overlanding field type of thing. Not to mention an event, April event. It's been going on for a while now. I've been to it a couple different times. It's called the More Expo. It's down in Springfield, Missouri. I did not make it to it last year, but I was at the previous 2 years before that. I do have a small video also on the channel. Look that. I'll put that link as well. So you can kind of get an idea what More Expo's like. They are really cool. If you're into any of the off-roading kind of camping type of stuff, it is a fun thing to go to. For you really big hot rods and sports car guys out there, I know the Rigs and Roast part maybe not be your favorite part of Craving Cars, but we're getting enough feedback from it from people. They want to see more of it. And we've kind of been requested a little bit here and there, a little request. So it's like, it's not being taken over by Rigs and Roast, but it's just another form factor to enjoy automobiles through this channel. So we really like it. Chris seems to be into it a little bit.
I am. I wish I had my Jeep, but you know,
there was
I
other
don't,
plans
so.
for you, but unfortunately those went through.
Yeah, they fell through the crack. But going back to like Slammedenuff, some of the events could be sold out, so we're only promoting them because we're going to be part of it. But some of them are sold out. So
yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. It'd be interesting to see how many cars.
Magic Dragon is already sold out.
Yeah, Magic Dragons. That sells out. So,
and
so
they
easy.
sold out within
and
3 days.
That's
of the
first
event.
weekend of May, and it was.
Yeah. I mean they sold out. So
they put it out. It's by 800 cars done. Slammedenuff. I felt like it was a pretty good turnout for them.
we loved that show.
I think was that the first time they were at that place?
Yeah,
and it
first
turned out
time that
really
we've been
well.
there.
Yeah, but I was wondering if that was the first time they were at that location in Branson. It's not the first time for them. They've been doing it for years.
Of course, yeah, they do it nationally, different things. But
I wasn't for sure if that was the first time it was at Branson or not.
it
felt like
might have been, but it was
full.
full.
It felt like it was, but
so.
it was. I can only imagine that being as full or more. I mean, can they fit more cars? If they can, they'll figure it out.
Yeah,
because everybody seemed to like it. And
we were surprised how many cars they could fit in that area.
I've already had a couple people reach out to me this year. Hey, you guys going back to Slammedenuff?
Yeah.
One of them actually gave me the invite to the events. I was like, hey, and I was like, hey, we're already going. Yeah. Already got it on the calendar. So they were pretty happy to see that too.
Just know it really is a slammed event. If your car is not different. Slammed,
you're gonna have to look. I'll put the description of this video when we're done here. I'll get those loaded up tonight.
Probably not worth going if your car is not just a slam car.
If you like to see, they're slam cars, but they're all done up so well. The interiors, they were done up very well. And I don't mean you have to be on bags, because not all of them were. Some of them just had real lowered suspension.
Yep.
And that's just how they drove.
Yeah.
But they were cars that, think of the word slammed. That's what
and our good friend Jason, We Are Warriors, he had his there with the Lambo.
It's the complete opposite of Rigs and Roast, slammed it.
And that Lambo was pretty slammed, but it wasn't like a true slam.
Right, it didn't have to be. It wasn't on airbags.
That's right.
Like that, but a lot of them were. A lot of them were some pretty cool cars. A lot of Japanese stuff that I don't get to see very much anymore, and I loved it.
We saw some German stuff, though. We saw some Volkswagens. The Volkswagen we loved.
Audis, Porsches.
It's the one we judged on, and we said that's the winner, the old Bug.
That was a cool car.
Yeah, it was.
That was a very cool car.
Yeah.
But we had some RX-7s. We had some Skylines were there.
Anyway, go back and check out the video. Go back to our website and check it out.
It was really good.
Yeah.
You guys know Streetcar Takeover is always good. If you've been to Magic Dragon, you know it's good. If you don't know it's good, you will watch these videos that I put out, and you'll know that it's good. And if you don't see those, you'll see the one that we go to this year when we're broadcasting it as well.
That's right.
A lot of good stuff and the more Expo. Now, Rigs and Roast is also a thing that they're up in Northwest Arkansas. There's a lovely little gentleman. I'm assuming he was born there. I don't know, but he's been raised there. He lives there. His name is Scott Huddleston. Scott Huddleston is the one who is the founder. Maybe it's a co-founder. I mean, he's pretty much the founder, the main guy, who started the express rallies.
Okay.
Car rallies. I've been to one. I've got video on one. We've been to similar rallies and stuff
Too
like
many.
that. Yeah. And he also does one called the Express Rally Overland. So they also do some off-roading ones.
4x4.
That we are going to talk to Scott, possibly get him on the show, and see if we can join one of his overland ones, because I've never done one of the overland ones, so we can hop along with that and show a cool little thing. They also do a little. We do a Rigs and Roast here. Craving Cars does a Rigs and Roast. They do a Rigs and Coffee. Very similar type of ordeal. I think that I will talk to see, maybe we'll go down to one of their events during one of it. Invite our Rigs and Roast people down to them and have a bigger event.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool like that. And I want to throw this out real quick, and I haven't even mentioned it to Chris yet this year.
What are you surprised?
But how do you feel? And this was something that was going to happen a while back.
I don't feel.
But COVID really kind of screwed it up that year, and then it's just never been back in the pipeline. But how do you feel about a Craving Cars event?
You know, we talked about this.
Craving Cars event, not Craving
like
Cars.
A Craving Cars
at somebody's
show.
event. It's our event.
Yeah. A Craving Cars show. Yeah, we talked about it. And
what do you guys think of that?
I have hosted them before, right, with Mod Squad and other groups. But I think tying in what we know, it could be very successful. So that's a good question. Would you like to see a Craving Cars event that we host?
Obviously, it's a car event.
Right. We're also working with Mod Squad, which is already working on Sensation this year, which is a one-time only event. We wanted to do it last year. We had to cancel it, but I think we're doing that. But I agree with you. I think if we hosted a Craving Cars event, who would come? Invite only. Yeah, I think so.
Thousands of viewers out here are saying yes. Let's do it. The hundreds of thousands of you that are watching this video right now, give or take,
There you go. There you go.
are all in. It could be big. That's been a talk about doing an annual Craving Cars event.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? A big shout out to our good friend Wheels, right? It's been such a long winter, right? We haven't had time to deal with them.
Yeah, hear that, Will? We just deal with you.
Yeah, we just deal with you. There you go. There you go.
We haven't actually. We have not been around our typical car crowd.
Yeah.
For probably since November.
Yeah, it's only me dealing with you, which I can't stand.
Tell me about it.
Because it's like, talk about your Porsche all day.
I mean, what are we going to talk about? Your
My broken down
Malibu?
Audi. Hey, but speaking of which, you drove my Audi for what, 8 hours, right? A trip. What did you think about it?
I thought it was pretty amazing. It's not a Porsche, but it was amazing.
That's true.
I'll tell you what. Here's what's funny. So you know me, I'm a big manual. We've talked about this before.
I know.
A car doesn't have to have a manual transmission to enjoy it, but there are some. If it doesn't have a good transmission, though, just an automatic, it can be annoying if you're really trying to have fun with it. If you're just driving it on a daily day, it's like, whatever, no big deal.
Yeah.
I've got a work vehicle that's automatic. Is it a great automatic? No, it ain't. But guess what? It gets me where I'm going. I don't really care. I drive the speed limit in it.
That's right.
It's just whatever it is. But when you really push a car, it messes with you when it doesn't respond. When you have a manual, it responds immediately that you want it to respond.
Yep.
With that said, technology is a wonderful thing when it comes to cars at times, and one of those is in their automatic transmissions, which is their dual clutch automatics.
Yep.
Which is what you have in your Audi.
Yeah.
Which is, Porsche has their PDK, which is that.
Yeah.
I have the DSG in the Golf, which is basically what that is too.
Same thing as mine.
Same type of thing. And what does Audi actually call it? Or do they call it DSG as well?
It is a DSG.
Do they call it the same thing?
Yep.
Okay. Now, with that said, you're thinking, hey, I'm in this car. I'm in this 500 horsepower car, naturally aspirated V8, but it's got it's kind of heavy, but man, it's got all-wheel drive, so it really kind of hides the weight quite a bit. I feel like it pulls it around the corners more than you would think a over 4,000 pound car would do. Where like the Porsche is just a lighter front end, so it goes around the corner without having the front wheel drives do anything or the front wheels do anything. But the transmission just reacted extremely well. You kick it over to the paddles, and it just did what you wanted to do when you wanted to do it. And I don't feel like it took away from any of the fun. I really don't. This is coming from a big manual car driver. Now, with that said, I will take my Porsche in a manual number 1, PDK number 2. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I look at it like if you want the fastest Porsche or you want Audis pretty much are only only automatics right now. But between a manual and a dual clutch automatic, the automatics can be faster.
Well, I think the question would be, why would you want an old school automatic? Let's just say the Audi, and they do, right, come with a manual version, but why would you? Right? Is it because you want just that driving experience, or do you think it gives you better performance when you can manually do it? I'd like to hear that, because
you talking about like what I think?
Yeah.
It's just an engaging thing.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm not trying to do it.
There's no performance.
I'm not trying to do it like I feel like now like let's say back in let's say the 80s. Well, the manual is going to be way faster because those automatics were so slow.
Yeah.
And they robbed power.
Right.
They don't rob so much on the power side nowadays, but because they kind of got that figured out. I mean, a dual clutch automatic has more in common with a manual than it does an old school automatic.
Yeah, without pushing the clutch in and doing all that.
Just you don't have a clutch and stuff.
Yeah, without the manual thing.
Right.
Right.
To me, I feel like it's something about the engagement part that makes me feel that much more.
Like you're in tune with the car.
It'd be like watching a movie where, okay, you got the car's cool. Sure, it's got some power. It sounds good. That's the TV. We'll call that the TV. You know, you got the TV. I'm like, man, I got the coolest looking TV. And then you go to hit play on that movie. Big, cinematic, explosions, things are going around you and all this stuff. And it's playing out of the tiny little speakers out of the TV.
Right.
And you're going,
you lose that experience.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
But until you get that really nice surround sound system and a big subwoofer and all this stuff, and you feel, not only hear the explosions, and then you got a car whizzing by you, and it goes, whoa, went by me, whoa, it's back there. I was like, oh, that's the speaker, and it's all this stuff. Now you're engaged in the movie.
Correct. Now you're in the environment of the movie.
That's the idea when I involve my other leg and my arm in the same part of driving, because now I'm using every limb and I am engaged fully into the car, and I am driving to its full extent.
Yeah.
Am I going to be faster than the guy with the newer PDK Porsche? No, I'm not. I'm going to be a lot slower probably.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
I don't do it for speed. I do it for fun. It's not about being the fastest to me. And even if I've been on a racetrack and race, hey, I just do what I can. If everybody beats me,
you know what?
Beats me.
The new, paddle shifters, whatever it is, right? At 8-speed, 7-speed, anything that's automatic just seems to be a lot faster.
Yeah,
I mean, it really does.
And Will's got kind of a good point.
Yeah.
Will from Wheels, everybody.
Wheels.
Where's the thingy? The cheers. Nope, not that one. The audience. There it is. There we go. All right, calm down, people. Calm down.
Calm down. All right.
So Will says 500 horsepower or less, manual. 500 or more, a good automatic.
Really? I like to know what his idea behind that is.
I think I can understand what he means, because it's easier to put the power down when you have the transmission helping you do it.
So you're saying more of a controlled.
I think maybe that's what it is. You keep both your hands. You got the paddles. Once you start to get too much horsepower,
I mean, mine's like 450, right? Stock.
But yours is automatic, so you're not in this argument.
Well, I know, but even if it was a manual, it doesn't switch as quick.
No, I think he was going for more of the joy of the fun. So as you get too much power, the manual starts taking away, because you're having to oh shit, because there's just too much power.
Yeah.
Maybe the automatic and the dual clutch will just handle it better. Is that what you're getting at, Will?
Yeah, Will, are you thinking that you can go from just downshift manually into whatever you need to do, right? Then upshift whenever you think it needs to be done versus letting the car do its thing?
So he's saying the more horsepower, or the less of the horsepower, the manual becomes better. The higher the horsepower, he wants the dual clutch.
I doubt that.
That's what he's saying.
I'm going to argue with him.
Well, I'm
going to argue with you, Will.
Why are you arguing with
I think the more horsepower you have, let the car do what it does.
That's what he's talking about. That's why he wants the dual clutch automatic on the high horsepowers. He wants the automatic car for the high horsepower, and for like the under 500 horsepower cars, the manual does good.
Oh. Okay, so opposite what I was thinking.
No, what you're thinking, you just thought he said opposite.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Hey,
so in other words, you're at
good.
a complete agreement with Will now.
I am now.
I think I am too. Will, that works out for me too. I mean, if you want to hand me a 750 horsepower Corvette that's a manual or something, I'll still drive it.
No. No, because you can't. There's no way you're going to control that.
It won't be as good as driving their dual clutch automatic.
There you go. Right?
Like their 670 horsepower Z06 they have now, the C8, only comes with the dual clutch automatic. But it's a really good dual clutch automatic. It's like one of the. It's like it rivals.
You're not gonna manually
rivals Porsches big time, and it's just if you're really trying to be the track car that car can be, you're going to want the dual clutch.
Well, yeah, because there's no way you're going to be able to control it manually. You're just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there is only standing room here in the studio. We'd show people, but they're on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, I mean, we got other people over here.
They got
fans and
they got to calm down every once in a while. We got shot collars on them. It's okay. We're all good. Now, I want to mention something that does something good for kids. Can we do that? Do we have time for that?
we can.
We
What do you want to do?
We can either talk about that.
What do you want to do?
Or the exciting world of EVs. All right.
Or the lack of EV. All right, go for it.
Okay, so I got a call the other day from a gentleman who I've met and talked to and kind of worked with a little bit before in the past, and what they did. Here, let me face the audience here. What they did is they had a car built, and they sold tickets, so raffle tickets for you to win this car, and proceeds went to helping kids in the Kansas City Aviation STEM Inc. program. Okay, now I'll have more information on this, but they're doing it again, and so we've got some videos out there because we helped them promote, and they did 2 cars that we've helped them promote on. One of them had a theme of the Blue Angels, and it was a Shelby, okay, Mustang, and then the other one also was that, but only it was themed under the Thunderbirds. Both extremely cool, both unique, both one-of-one car builds that were over 800 horsepower, built by Shelby of America, directly just one-off for them, designed and tested and built under the supervision of the vice president of Shelby America, Vince Violetta, who was in town, who we have met, who we have interviewed in the past. A couple years ago, World of Wheels, one of the cars was there. That was a really, really cool thing that they did. They raised money. Somebody won a car. It was fantastic. The kids now, at this point, part of this nonprofit organization, had gotten a little bit of extra money to help fund some kids' school, basically to help them in an aviation program, which also includes information that they go with techniques concerning manufacturing, repair, and operation, and maintenance of aircraft. Aircraft isn't going away, so that's a cool program because there are kids out there that are just as much in the airplanes as kids are in the cars. Let the car kids do the car cool stuff. Let the aviation kids do the aviation stuff, and this helps make it possible for them, and it also connects them with future possible aviation-related careers as they go through these programs. So it's a really, really cool thing they do. And the big thing they like to do it is because the guys who actually, and these guys help put on the Kansas City Air Show as well, which has been a phenomenal show when it's been here. And actually a few years back was actually rated as one of the better air shows in the entire North America. So it was very cool that it was here. I think it was the one that was at the downtown airport. The Blue Angels were here that year. The next year they had the Thunderbird. One of the years they had both the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels here, which was like the first time that they'd ever done a show together, and they did it in the Kansas City Air Show, and that was also extremely really cool. I do have some footage from that stuff. I don't have anything posted on it at the time because I was doing more promotional videos for them and letting them do what they want with it. I didn't really post it on my own stuff. I will try to so you guys can understand, because besides what I'm about to talk about here, they're going to be here soon doing a new car, which I don't want to give that one away yet either, but they're going to be doing another a car here soon that they're going to let us kind of have a little reign with it. It's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be fun. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. You follow us on all of our social media platforms and stuff. But right now, they're giving a car away, and they need some help because they need to sell raffle tickets. And they called me, and I said, you know what, we're going to put it up. If you want to see the car, it is at Thoroughbred Ford. That's kind of off of Berry Road up in North Kansas City area, over by Zona Rosa area. The car is on display. It's in the showroom floor. This one isn't the special models that they had in the past, but it's still a very cool car, and the odds of winning this car is pretty nice. It is a 2022 Mustang GT convertible. It is currently has less than 10 miles on the odometer, so it is a brand new car. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about the package because they didn't just take some base one. This is a iconic silver exterior with black convertible top, ebony leather, trim power seats. It's got what they call the Equipment Group 401A, which is the good one you want. So you get the premier trim. You're going to get the smart package with it. You're going to get the lovely 5-liter V8 with 450 horsepower. It's got the 10-speed automatic, which is a really good automatic, actually, now that we're talking about automatics. You're going to get some premium floor mats. It's got the paddle shifters, nice clicky paddle shifters. And one of the things when I saw it, I immediately saw this. It's got the performance package, the GT performance package on it, which is going to give you the 19-inch wheels. It's going to give you the 275 rears, the 255 fronts. You've got drive it any state you want. Nice, lovely V8 power because it is 50 state emissions. They did actually want me to say that because apparently the other ones they did weren't. When you got 850 plus horsepower in a car, I guess.
Yeah,
California.
You got to make
California
sure
complains a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But they are doing something. Now I'm going to put. Please stay up the tune. I've got something to post that we're going to put on our Instagram and Facebook, and it's going to be a picture with a QR code.
Okay.
I'll try to just put the website. See, I might have just a link as well.
Yep.
That you can go to buy these tickets. They are $100. Okay. $100. You can do one or two of two things. Okay. One thing that everybody's going to be do with that $100 is you're going to help kids in the aviation program. Okay. 2, you have the chance of one of 850 because they're only limited to 850 tickets. That's all they're going to do on this, which is a killer odd to win a brand new V8 muscle car. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
but
pretty
one
cool.
at 850, you can win a brand new car. It is awesome. I don't care if you keep it or sell it if you were to win it. It doesn't make any difference to me. But what can win you that car and what's going to win somebody that car is a $100 ticket. So, Carrie, if you're watching, we're going to do some more stuff with you. I'm actually going to go to Thoroughbred this weekend. I'll shoot a little bit more on the video. I'm sorry, I did actually have
that's nice.
I did actually have some picture of the car, but I got so caught up with the day job, I forgot to send them to Chris so we can show them to you right now. So sorry about that. However, I could do it a generic way. You want to do this? This is a live show. What are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Post them.
Yeah. Take a look at this car.
Put them in there.
There it is. There's the car. Look at that. It's clean.
Oh, it's a convertible.
Yeah. Now, excuse me. It is not, a done-up special Shelby car, but it's still a nice car. It's a very clean car, actually. I'll drive it. We're going to find out if I drive it. See if my $100 ticket wins. And
there you go.
Craving Cars might be going to some shows in a convertible. Yeah. You know how much easier it would be to shoot some rolling shots? You just one of us in the backseat of a convertible.
Of a convertible? Yeah, we've already done that before.
Yeah, on one of the rallies.
On one of the rallies.
Yeah, you were in the back of
one of our good friends.
Was it RS5 you're in the back of?
Yeah, it was an RS5 convertible.
Yeah.
And that worked out great. But it is what it is.
Well, maybe our ticket will
win.
Well,
that's good.
We'll see.
And it's great that they're all chiming in. So
yeah, I think that's good. And actually, this is a nice car, but they're going to extend this for another month. They got another month on this Mustang to give away.
Yeah.
They didn't have the backing. I guess I don't know, but they need to sell more tickets, and they got about 600 more tickets to go.
Sure.
Okay, so that might sound like a lot out of the 850, but that can go pretty quick. I mean, Magic Dragon did 800.
I mean, yeah, they sold out really quick.
Did car things right there in like a week. So the drawing is going to be done. Someone's going to win a cool car. The next car they're going to do, the odds are going to be a lot harder to win, but it also is a cooler car possibly. But hey, some people don't want an 850 horsepower car. They don't know what to do with that.
Right.
This might be perfect for them. It sounds
Steve's
awesome.
point.
It's got the performance exhaust on it. The performance package also gives it the bigger brakes and the better suspension on it as well, and it's kind of hunkered down a little bit better. So it's
good.
It's not like it's a loaded out convertible. So that's that on that.
Well, good.
That there was a chat with Pratt on that.
There you go.
How about this? No, I'm just saying, how about this? Pretty good, right? Do we have any questions out there from anybody?
Yeah, anybody. I mean,
anybody that you might have questions of
we
something
only
coming
have
up.
we only have a few
inquiries.
minutes left, so we
Inquiries.
don't
Yeah,
go
we
out
only got a-
deep dive. But
Make sure to.
Yeah.
What we call this the
just know me and Corey
the
are
fast tracks?
working on a
go.
lot of events this year, and you guys can be part of it. Join us.
yeah, it'll be fun. It's always fun for us.
Well, it is for us.
I hope it's fun for everybody else that is that is a viewer, that is a watcher, that is a follower of Craving Cars.
That's right.
We do it for you. We do it for the kids.
Yeah, I think we're too short on time because we only got like 6 minutes to go into the computer aspects of things. But if somebody wants to see something or ask us questions, just reach out to us. We'll give you a heads up. Show you what we use to run this show live, what we use behind the scenes for editing, kind of a deal.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. You guys might see a lot of the equipment when we're out in the field. You'll see us with our cameras and our gimbals and things, but there's a lot of equipment that doesn't go out in the field that gets used.
Right.
And most of it is in desktop form.
Yeah.
Because
that's where the power is.
Because to do what we're doing and to be able to do it in any kind of
that's right.
whatever, you got to have some strength to it. Now, the next thing, which I can't really show you because I'm actually on it myself, but there is one laptop in the group. No, there's more than one laptop, but there's one laptop in the group that can handle editing, but it is also one of MSI's more powerful gaming laptops that they built.
At least 3,000-4,000.
3,500.
Yeah.
3,500.
So you're not talking
for just a 15-inch laptop.
Yeah. There's a difference between going and buying, example being Alienware or MSI, straight out of the Best Buy, call it that way.
Yeah, I mean, desktops, we kind of build them ourselves sort of thing.
We do, especially ours.
It's hard to do that with a laptop, but
Yeah.
You can't typically just buy the laptop you want. You have to go to one that deals with their gaming center side of things. Like you can buy an MSI computer from 100,000 different places, but not necessarily one that has this power.
Right. And or you go down the route like Alienware, right? Everybody has
there's some customizations you can do to it, but
if you custom order something,
they're packed.
They're packed.
They're packed. Like this thing has multiple fans on it. It has an extra butt on the end of it because just to run the battery. Well, you can kind of see it. There you go on the camera. They also come in cool colors.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it does get crazy when you go that route. I mean, it really does. So hopefully we'll get into that. We didn't want to go into it tonight. We're running short on time, but
no. And here you get an idea. Here, my hands aren't the smallest hands, and this is just the This is here. Look at the brick. Look at the size of the freaking cord brick. This isn't like a USB-C.
No, and
this isn't a USB-C cable I can charge it with. It requires.
That's just a laptop.
This has a thicker cord than my desktop, I swear.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways.
But we go through that world where we're dealing with, even they give us 2 of those packs to charge everything.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them.
Those
some
graphics cards
2.
get crazy. But anyway, we'll go through the build.
This was the most portable one on power that I could find.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to do any lack of power, but it had to be. Some of them, even though they call it a laptop, it's more like a tabletop. The thing is so big. You know, they got these giant screens. Like Alien had like 18-inch screens on the damn thing.
Yeah, I would always say,
huge
regardless of what you want to custom build it. Don't go to a store and buy it off the shelf.
Yeah, most times.
Right? Because those aren't expandable, first off.
Not
and they normally give you, it has a great graphics card in it, but it's usually built into the chipset, and now you can't expand it, right? Nor does the case have room to do it. Your
Yeah,
best
right.
bet is always
your-
to build a computer yourself from scratch.
And make sure, if you feel like you want to grow with it, you got to make sure that motherboard can grow with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, some of those, it might say, hey, it comes with, you think it's a decent amount of RAM or something, or memory,
Yep.
or storage, but then you realize, oh, it's the slower memory or the slower storage. Oh, that's okay. I'll upgrade to the new one. Then you realize, oh, it doesn't have those slots.
Yeah.
Or there's new forms of hard drives now that are all basically no moving parts. So basically like a giant SD card that's fast as hell.
That's right.
The SSDs basically, and then you got the M2 or M.2 slots and stuff.
Yep.
Not many motherboards that if you're just buying off the shelf are probably going to have. If it didn't come with it, it's not going to have it.
Nope. They build it to max it out, and then they give you
It's
that.
basically like
So.
in order for when the PS5 came out, the big thing with the PS5 was because it came with one of their hard drive is one of the big fast slotted hard drives. There's no spinny, disk drive in it.
Yeah, there's no hard mechanical
It's
drive.
a solid state drive
Right.
in them now.
We already
and it
know,
had to
yeah.
in order to be able to
Yeah.
run the latest in games, and that's just on that end. So imagine now doing that, which
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of things that we do require more power than just running a game.
Especially when it comes to editing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Even
what
what
I'm
we
talking
run
about.
to run the show, right, takes a lot because we're running 4K cameras, right?
Yeah. Well,
All that processing takes a lot real quick.
Well, you're running like
So.
cameras, and if it's filmed in 4K, you're running anywhere from 100 to 300 megabytes a second.
A second.
So trying to process that video, and you don't have a graphics card
Right.
or a processor to go along
Right.
with it, it just you're editing. It's like
Yeah.
it makes it extremely difficult.
Well,
to do, so.
hopefully we'll deep dive into it.
Yeah. If anybody's interested in that side, I know
Yeah.
it's not cars, but it is what makes the cars go round and round.
There you go.
Anyways.
I think we're done.
Wheels. I thought you were in Ohio. Nope, he's not in Ohio. He's a local boy. Wheels is. Oh, thank you everybody for joining in. Do we give some shout outs?
Yeah, sure.
I've got
Give them out. Give them out.
I've got
Vampire.
yeah, we got Mark from Ohio on here. We've got Wheels. We got Stephen Miller. We've got Barnfine, our BFF.
Sean, our good friend Sean.
We got Don on here. Thank you, Don. And various others. Nope, just those
Yep.
guys. That's it.
Yep.
That's all there is.
That's it.
Actually, no, there's more, but the thing is not everybody makes comments.
We need to get rid of this gay cluster.
Make
we have
comments.
going on.
Make some comments. I can't see your name if you don't make a comment.
There you go.
It just shows, however many hundreds of thousands are watching. It doesn't tell me anything if you don't
So
leave a
I
comment.
guess we should tell everybody what our schedule is going to look like, right? So we're going to do one more once a month. February.
Let's
right?
do. That's right. Yeah, for the
Yeah.
podcast. Right.
Yep.
Right.
And then we'll get back into the weekly part into March. I think March is going to be our official kickoff. We go back to every Thursday. Join us and do it that
Yep.
way.
Back
Right now
when-
we're just hit
back
and
when the
miss
fuller
because
season.
it's
Yep.
not a lot unless you just want to listen to us talk.
Yeah, it's kind of like
but-
we've got other things. It's the downtime. Give us a little time to breathe too.
Yeah.
However, before our next podcast, we will be live though at World of Wheels. So
Oh,
make sure
yeah. You got to come see us.
you make sure you join us at World of Wheels. It is going to be a fun time.
Come up to our booth. We're going to be doing live interviews.
If they get here in time, I've got a little prize for every one of our viewers who comes up and says hi. Or,
I was wondering what all the lube was
or
that
says
you
the
bought.
magical words, and they come up to us. What are the magical words to everybody?
Lube.
I just want to say to all you cravers out there, you guys know.
No,
You guys know what you need to say.
we don't.
Yeah, you do. And then
I
you're,
do.
you're going to get a free gift
I do.
at World of Wheels.
All right.
Only at
Hey,
World of
everybody, thank you so much for being patient with us,
Yep.
giving us a chance to do one or two a month. And we'll get back on a regular schedule as
Yeah.
things progress.
the
Lord
seasons
knows
pick
we're
us
going to
up.
be,
If we were in Southern California, we probably wouldn't have taken a break
right.
because they do shows throughout the.
That's right.
Well, we have winter here. Apparently, a ridiculously cold one this year too.
Yeah, probably.
And of course, once again, thanks to our sponsors. But
RICHLINE Motorsports,
timely delivery service. I thought we were going back and forth.
UnKorked.
UnKorked Wine and Spirits.
It is.
And we are Warriors.
There you go.
I'm looking forward to seeing all of our sponsors at World of Wheels. And if they all don't show up, no, I'm just kidding.
No.
Actually, no, we do have an ability. There's a possibility that they will all be there at some point.
And big shout out to our good friend Sean, honestly, and Craig, who do the Nolan Road Show and everything Barn Find Fabricator.
By all means, I hope you guys can make it and come see us as well. Now, is there very possible Tim might actually have his truck at World of Wheels, so we might have Tim on the show,
right?
Because he'll be there. Jason's going to be from We Are Warriors. Dave's going to come see us, and now we just is RICHLINE going to be there?
RICHLINE's going to be there. Steve is going to going to come by and talk to us.
I think
Denny's going to come by and talk to us for KC Showdown.
All right,
so
that sounds good. I think we got one heck of a packed World of Wheels coming up.
We do. You guys track us down.
Love it. Thank you to our spouses. Once again, we really appreciate you. I'm Corey Pratt.
I'm Chris Ruck.
And to remember all you cravers out there,
keep craving.